What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello there. I'm Madoon. You could call me Soluminati, and this is where we talk about life, learning, and why your brain is basically a sponge with opinions. Today, we're gonna be getting into something really deep, like deeper than like TikTok conspiracy videos. We're gonna talk about why you do what you do, the way you talk, the choices you make, even how you see yourself. And the wild part is a lot of it happened behind the scenes, like your brain is working a secret night shift and it did not clock out. Have you ever started saying weird phrases like slay or no cap and then even realized you were doing it until your grandma said it back to you? Or maybe you started dressing up like one TikToker you like, not because somebody told you to, but because you just started liking it. That, my friend, is your brain being sneaky. It's learning from your surroundings and is like, nice hoodie. I think I'll wear that. So here's the thing. We're always learning, watching, copying, avoiding, and trying new things. A lot of it happened now on autopilot, like when you open the fridge and forget what you wanted. But once you understand how this whole process works, boom, you get the remote control back. You can choose what to absorb and what to throw in the trash. This is where this really cool theory that I learned in this really amazing class comes in play, and it is called social cognitive theory. It sounds fancy, right? I know, but don't worry, I'm not gonna make you write like a 10-page essay about it or anything. Anyways, social cognitive theory was created by this really brilliant psychologist named Albert Bandura. And his big idea is that we learn from three main things. And it's just not learning, it's also how we behave in general. But we learn and behave based off of personal factors. So like this includes things like your thoughts, your belief, your confidence, your goals, your inner voice. So like if your brain is saying I'm terrible at math, you're probably not going to try very hard at it. But if you start saying I can get better with practice, suddenly your action just changes automatically. You improve, and you stop crying over word problems. That's progress right there. Second is our behavior. Oh, we're learning from our behavior. It's part of the theory. But let's say you studied for a test and got a good grade. Your teacher gives you a high five, your parents are proud, and you're like, whoa, this feels really nice. Let's do that again. That's your brain being like, reward received, we gotta repeat that again. But it works both ways. If you wore something bold and somebody made fun of it, your brain might say, oof, let's not do that again. So yeah, your past behavior is what teaches your future behavior. Kind of like leveling up in a video game, minus the controller rage. And lastly, it's your environment, aka everything that's around you. So things like your friends, your family, social media, school, culture, even that one dude with 10 million followers on YouTube, you just subscribe but never watch. If everyone around you is into working out, for example, you might feel motivated to do so. If your circle made fun of trying hard, you might hide your goals just to fit in. Your environment can boost you up or pull you down, kind of like elevator music. You didn't choose it, but it's definitely affecting your mood. So those are the big three: your thoughts, your behavior, and your environment. Kind of like the Holy Trinity. Now let's talk about why, though, this is super important for you, especially if you're a teenager, which I know most of you probably are. Here's the thing. Your brain right now is specifically a sponge. It basically soaks up everything, from YouTube videos to TikTok to Instagram posts to Snapchat stories, random tweets, or any media that you consume in general. And most of that stuff is not just entertainment. It's shaping your beliefs. It's influencing what you think is cool and what's normal, what success looks like, how people should act, dress, talk, all of it. But here's the good news now. If you know how social cognitive theory works, you start flipping the script. When you understand that your media affects your thoughts affect your actions, suddenly you're not just scrolling mindless anymore. You start asking whether this media is helping me or hurting me. Do I actually believe in this, or am I just copying it because it's trending? Or do I like this version of myself I'm seeing online? Being aware of this stuff is like putting on like media armor. You get to decide what you let in and what you leave on read. You can start surrounding yourself even digitally with media that lifts you up or not tear you down. You could now start following creators who you aspire growth from, or engage with ideas that challenge you, and unfollow those accounts that just make you feel like trash in comparison. Seriously, dude, life is too short for self-esteem damage via somebody's edited vacation picture from like 2018. If you're going to be influenced, we all are. But when you know what's happening, you can choose how you're influenced. That's the power of awareness. So yeah, that's social cognitive theory in a nutshell. It explains why we do what we do, how we can grow into who we want to be, and if this got you thinking, drop a comment down below. Tell me one belief or one habit you picked up from your environment. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with somebody who needs a little aha moment today. Stay aware, stay curious, and take back the wheel unless you're too young to drive. In that case, take a tricycle. Peace.